Hi, this is Gerald. Before we jump into today's episode, I just want to take a moment to thank you for being here and for investing your time in this podcast. I truly appreciate each and every listener, and I'm especially grateful for the feedback you've shared with me. Thanks to your support and insights, our community has grown to incredible new heights over the past 3 months. My vision is to build a community of people who operate in the zone of action, a place where we can celebrate all stars of positivity and keep moving forward together. If you'd like to help grow this movement, please share this episode with at least 2 people who could use a boost of motivation. I can't say it enough. Thank you for every minute you spend listening. Without you, this podcast wouldn't be possible. Now let's dive into this week's episode.
There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is today's embracing positivity, collaboration, and a mindset for success. Today's power of cooperation and a positive mindset cannot be overstated. Everywhere we look, whether in business dealings, personal relationships, or day-to-day interactions, our attitude profoundly impacts our success and overall well-being. Yet I've encountered more than a few individuals who seem determined to sabotage themselves by embracing negativity, pettiness, and a refusal to grow. It is frustrating to say the least, but moments like these remind me why positivity, cooperation, and an open mind remain paramount. The choice is always ours. Will we set ourselves on a growth trajectory or stay stuck in a loop of excuses and self-defeat? As someone who thrives on uplifting others, I've learned that while not everyone is receptive to positivity, we must keep shining our light. Whether or not others decide to step out of the darkness is on them. But the offer of a brighter path is always on the table. One of the first lessons I learned in business and life is that we do not achieve greatness on our own. We need the cooperation and goodwill of others, whether through mentorship, partnership, or just a simple encouraging word. Too often, I see individuals talk themselves out of opportunities or sabotage their own progress because they believe they can do it all, or worse, they feel threatened by anyone else's success. They become consumed with being right or proving someone else wrong. Instead of reaping the benefits of shared insights, they close themselves off by throwing negativity at the people around them. It is akin to shooting oneself in the foot. The harder they try to stand on their flawed convictions, the more hobbled they become. From my perspective, it makes far more sense to extend a helping hand and accept one in return. I've also noticed this dynamic in my personal life, where people insist on proving correct at all costs, even without the necessary experience or knowledge in a certain area. When these individuals encounter a situation outside their comfort zone, they become petty and combative rather than learn or ask for guidance. Here's what I've discovered. When you persist in a professional or personal environment with an open, humble demeanor, ready to learn and ready to lift others, you often attract people with the same energy. In contrast, negativity breeds further negativity and can quickly spiral out of control. As someone who strives to maintain a positive focus, I find it fascinating and sometimes disheartening to see how deeply some cling to negativity. However, rather than let it discourage me, I take it as a reminder to double down on my approach. Kindness and patience may not convert everyone, but they can make all the difference for the right people. One of the recurring themes I've encountered is an almost baffling aversion to celebrating someone else's success. There's this undercurrent of jealousy, even sabotage when someone around us achieves a milestone or excels in some domain. For me, There is no greater joy than celebrating someone's wins. Success is not a limited resource. Someone else's accomplishment doesn't diminish your own. Unfortunately, too many people see success as a finite pie. If you get a bigger slice, there's less for everyone else. My viewpoint is that when we uplift those around us, we create more opportunities for everyone. A supportive environment fosters innovation, synergy, and higher levels of motivation. If you focus on the scarcity model, you trap yourself and those around you in a cycle of negativity and fear. A potent example of negativity run amok is a simple unwillingness to seek out readily available information, choosing ignorance. In one of my other business ventures, I've noticed a pattern. Many prospective clients will call a customer service line to ask questions whose answers are already laid out boldly on our website or in the initial information packet. We're not talking about hidden details or fine print. The price, details of the service, and other crucial pieces of information are literally right there in large, bold letters. And yet some callers still refuse to engage with the material in front of them. It's not that we mind answering these questions, but it becomes an issue when the ratio of calls we convert to actual clients is around 1 in 10. The overhead required to handle each call is substantial. And when 9 of those calls end up not converting, often because the person didn't bother reading the basics, it's easy to see how time and energy get wasted. Interestingly, one of our vendors pointed out that we're still ahead of the curve because we have a functioning call center that responds to questions. They mentioned that the companies that do not offer that level of support sell about 70% less. So in a way, we're reaping the benefits of offering that extra personal touch. Yet it raises the question, why do people choose not to read something that could save them time and hassle? Perhaps it's a matter of habit, or it might be that some people are more comfortable engaging in conversation than in reading even a few sentences. Whatever the underlying cause, it underscores a pattern that some people would rather expend energy complaining or bickering over details than taking the simplest steps to solve their own problems. It truly defies logic. When people complain that they don't have time, yet they'll spend 15 minutes on hold or talking with a representative. They could find the information in under a minute if only they would read. This attitude spills over into other life areas too. If you can't be bothered to learn or do simple research about something you claim to care about, it's worth questioning how serious you are about success. In a competitive, information-rich era, the ones who read, learn, and apply new knowledge are the ones who advance. Meanwhile, those stuck in negativity or blame shifting become mired in place, missing out on opportunities ripe for the taking. A good friend of mine recently reminded me that not everyone shares the 2% mindset. This mindset involves remaining positive, proactive, and always looking for solutions, not problems. People with a 2% mindset see setbacks as lessons, criticism as a tool for growth, and the success of others as inspiration rather than a threat. According to my friend, expecting most people to embody this approach sets me up for disappointment. He suggested it's more productive to appreciate the people who do get it and continue to offer guidance, compassion, and opportunities to those who don't. Whether they take that step toward positivity is ultimately their choice, not a reflection on me or my efforts. This insight has allowed me to navigate these frustrating situations with a renewed perspective. Instead of getting caught up in the negativity others generate, I focus on my circle of influence, my business partners, friends, family, and mentees who are genuinely open to growth. I pour my energy into nurturing their progress, and I find my spirit is lifted in return. It's a virtuous cycle. The more positivity I pour in, the more positivity I receive. And it's not that everything in my life is flawless. Like anyone else, I have bad days, face unexpected setbacks, and sometimes wrestle with self-doubt. But by centering myself in gratitude and always keeping a vision of success at the forefront, I bounce back faster and stronger. So, what about you? Are you part of the 2% who wake up with a sense of purpose, ready to tackle new challenges and grow from them? Or do you find yourself in the 98%, drifting aimlessly, letting negativity or fear control your decisions and blaming outside forces when things don't go your way? Perhaps a more important question is, which group do you want to belong to? We all have the power to choose our attitude in response to adversity. We might not control every external event. Economies fluctuate, partners leave, and technologies shift, but we absolutely control how we let these events shape our mindset. That's the true game changer. If you're listening to this and realizing your mindset could use some adjusting, take this moment to reflect on why you may cling to negativity or small thinking. Maybe it's a protective mechanism you've built over time. Maybe you've been let down in the past and you believe negativity is a shield from future disappointment. Whatever the rationale, remember that change is always possible. The first step is acknowledging that a positive mindset isn't a naive denial of challenges. It's a strategic approach to overcoming them. Positivity opens doors that negativity slams shut. It fosters cooperation, creativity, and meaningful relationships. Ultimately, the real joy is seeing how this shift in mindset can transform every area of your life. As you align yourself more with the 2% philosophy, you'll notice how much more manageable your daily stresses become. You'll see a difference in your energy, interactions with family and friends, and approach to work challenges. Suddenly, where there were once problems, you'll see solutions and opportunities. Where there was resistance, you'll find acceptance or constructive feedback. Even if the people around you choose to remain stuck in their old ways, your environment will naturally begin to shift, attracting individuals who support and mirror your optimistic outlook. Ultimately, we're all on a growth journey. Whether consciously aware of it or not, each day is an opportunity to refine ourselves a little more, show compassion, embrace learning, and offer kindness. Though negativity might rear its head through people who refuse to read the resources given, who choose to sabotage someone else's success, or who insist on being right at all costs, we are not obligated to match that energy. We can maintain our high standards. We can keep a professional, positive perspective, and in doing so, stand out like a beacon for those who are seeking a better way. In the words of my wise friend, point people in the right direction and give them the opportunity to accept it or reject it. It's no reflection on you. It's freeing to realize that other people's decisions, be they colleagues, clients, or complete strangers, are ultimately their own. Our job is to show up daily and be committed to excellence, kindness, and personal growth. We can sleep better at night knowing we've given our best to others and ourselves. The rest is out of our hands. So I'll end with this empowering thought. Regardless of how many negative encounters you face, remain steadfast in your commitment to positivity. Keep showing up with gratitude, learning, and believing in the potential for greatness within yourself and those around you. If that means you're among the 2%, the forward-thinking, gratitude-filled, energetic individuals, then own that identity proudly. The world needs more of you. And if you find yourself wanting to join that 2%, know that the doorway is always open, just waiting for you to take the first step. Embrace the path of positivity, and you'll never look back. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JEROLDJAX. On Facebook, Gerald Action Jackson and Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.